does manage to hold his ramp, but falls his probes back for just a moment. Gives Julyzerg a chance to get up that ramp a little bit, but he's using his probes really well to really mess up the AI of those Hydralisks and Zerglings and manages to hold his ramp. Well, for the moment, it doesn't look like Julyzerg is sending any more reinforcements in, so once these 4 Hydralisks go down, that's going to be that. But those 4 Hydras are going to be able to run around and do a lot of damage, and at the very least get a scout in and see what is going on. And they're going to be able to scout. Are they going to? They scout the Templar archives going down. The scout, or not going down, but this Templar archives down as well. So he is going to expect the Ser DT that that is going to be coming out here. I don't know why he doesn't just kill that Zealot. He's got 4 Hydras. He could probably kill that 1 Zealot and then go to work on the probes. Anyway, anytime finally is probably going to clean up those Hydras there. But oh man, this is looking really bad for Anytime though. He lost a lot of probes there. That quick attack looked like it was just a 3 or 4 hatch attack, and it wasn't an all-in attack either. And that's probably one of the reasons why Anytime is still alive here. But Anytime, he was going for that Ser DT, and so he didn't have any backup. He didn't have any goons or cannons above that ramp to camp behind those Zealots. All he would have needed was basically like 1 cannon behind those Zealots on the ramp, and it would have been golden, but maybe a single Dragoon. But unfortunately, Anytime has lost a lot of probes here. He's gotten these Dark Templar out, but I don't know if he's going to be able to do enough damage with them. He's got a Robo now, so he could be trying for a drop, and that actually could do a decent amount of damage if he's able to drop in there. Julyzerg trying to send his Overlords around to get a lot more coverage with his detection, but he's got nothing in his main. He's got nothing in his main, and if those Dark Templar drop in the right spot, they'll be able to take out a couple drones, and then go in there and probably, once the drones run away, he'll be able to take out the Spire or something like that. There are Scourge in play. Oh man, let's see, the shuttle is coming in. Corsair runs in to see if there's an open route. He sees some Mutalisks coming out. Oh my god, oh no. Oh man, Anytime is in big trouble now. Mutalisks coming out. He needs to do a lot of damage with these Dark Templar. Dark Templar do get dropped in successfully. The Scourge are going to take out that shuttle, but not before the Dark Templar are down. They're going to go straight for the drones. The drones, he saw that coming, so the drones are going to run away. He's got a couple cannons and a single Archon, but it's going to be difficult. He's going to chop down that hatchery, so at the very least, Anytime he's going to take out one of those expansions very easily. Julyzerg taking out a cannon, but it doesn't do a lot of damage to the economy. Not many probes killed so far. He's trying to take out a couple probes here. But I don't think those Mutalisks are going to do enough. I really thought those Mutalisks were going to do more damage, actually, but part of it may be that he's distracted by this thing in his main base. Nothing's going to happen to that main. Those Dark Templar are going to have to run around to the side. But let's see if they can get any more damage done. They're going to kill off a single Hydralisk. Dark Templar under attack. How are all 4 of those still alive? Sometimes I wonder how Dark Templar, they're weak units, but they still manage to stay alive a lot of the time. And oh, they're chopping away at the Hydralisks. Oh man, 2 or 3 Hydralisks go down. Dark Templar are now going to try and run in and get some last second drone kills. He manages to, no, he doesn't kill any drones, and the Hydralisks do finish that off. So the only damage dealt by those Dark Templar was a hatchery and a few Hydralisks. So I'd say that's probably relatively even trade. He did lose some stuff in his main base as well. Anytime lost some stuff in his main base, that is. He's going to be prepared for this next attack, though, with the Corsair to attack the Mutas, and then the Archon to kind of protect the Corsair. It's a pretty good combination. And it's going to keep him from doing too much damage with any Mutas. But anyway, yeah, so Julyzerg now getting that 3rd base back up again. But yeah, Julyzerg in the meantime limited to 2 bases, and Anytime also at 2 bases. So pretty even stuff here, but Anytime kind of a little bit ahead, although he doesn't really have an army at all, and that's a little bit worrying. I mean, he's spent all his money on kind of defenses, and then obviously on those Dark Templar and what have you. But he doesn't really seem to have much of an army built up at all. So that's a little bit worrying. And Julyzerg has his last few Mutas camped out behind there. They're going to be able to chase that Corsair around. Anyway, but Anytime has secured his 2nd base, though, and there's not really much that Julyzerg can do to assail it at this point, unless he really invests heavily in Mutas again. But again, I don't think that would do a lot of good, because the Corsairs and the Templar Archons would all do a really good job of driving off another Muta attack. And I don't know if he has the economy for it anyways. He's being back to 2 gas for a little time there. And he's obviously gone for Lurkers. Kind of a mini Lurker contain, I guess. And somehow a Dark Templar sneaks out. Jesus, Dark Templar. Sometime I was watching a game between Psionic Reaver and Lord the other day, and Psionic like snuck this Dark Templar up Lord's ramp, and it was amazing. The Dark Templar took like 6 or 7 sunken hits. I mean, a couple were going uphill, but still, it was like, how did he survive that? Oh man. I think Dark Templar had like 1 armor, which is just like completely ridiculous. Not that it matters against the Sunken very much, but anyway, Dark Templar somehow managed, despite being, they're supposed to be fragile so that they can counterbalance the fact that they do too much damage, but they're not as fragile as you might think. Somehow they managed to survive crap just by running away. Anyway, it doesn't matter. Julyzerg back up to 3 bases. He's just going to try and macro off these 3 bases while he's getting a 4th. And of course they're running around getting a nice scout. I'll see what's going on. Julyzerg still just at lair tech. Still just has you know, a single spire and den and everything. And oh, is he going to spot this 4th base though? Yes, he is going to spot that 4th base going down. Now, normally that would be a target for any time. But he's going to have to, how's that Corsair still alive? He's going to have to actually get an army out and break out of this contain first in order for him to think about targeting anything. And, oh, Corsair coming from the other side as well. He is going to break out here, actually. Bad storm by any time. A swing and a miss. Just right between those two lurkers, but the storms that follow killing a good amount of Zerglings there, so he doesn't take too much damage to his army. But that was unfortunate. He could have stormed right in the middle of those 2 lurkers and taken them both down to a low amount of health. Looks like anytime he's going to try and go down his ramp and hold his ramp enough to establish a 3rd base and then macro up off of 3 bases. Well, I mean, he's macroing off of 2 obviously now, but then he's probably going to make his move once he's got that 3rd base. He's going to wait till that 3rd base does some damage and then or gets him some money. And oh no! Oh man! As the disruption blasts from those dragoons were meeting the Scourge to kill it, it detonated itself on that observer somehow, even though the observer looked like it was a hex away. Anyway, so that Scourge, sorry, the observer, it does go down. Nice storms, consistently nice storms. Those Zerglings bunching themselves up right on that pylon, and he just keeps storming that pylon. And I was wrong. He's gone to hive actually during this time. So I'm sorry if I missed that hive going up before, or the Queen's Nest before. But I think he was still at lair when we saw it before, and he's teched the hive in the meantime. Anytime, just doing a really good job of storming these lings as they come in, and I'm not sure why Julyzerg is setting in these kind of suicide squads of Zerglings, which aren't really doing a whole lot of good. Anyway, and it looks like the lurk contain is going to hold for the moment, but anytime could theoretically try and break out. There's no more Scourge in the area, and so that single observer, again, another nice storm. Man, anytime is such a good player. I really like him a lot. I'm glad that he's doing well in the Pro League despite being in the Air Force. And it looks like he is going to break out. There's a new contain being set up here a little bit outside. Is he going to get it down in time? There's no storms left, so anytime might have to fall back after all. But there are not a lot of lurkers, so he might not have to. It looks like he is going to fall back. Okay, he did have storms left. I didn't see those Templar in the back. Obviously, so he did have a couple side storms in him, and that saved that force. In the meantime, he's getting cannons up on his new door, hopefully. So he's hopefully using this time that he's temporarily broken out to secure that 3rd base. But oh no. Oh man, oh no, only 1 cannon up, so that's not good. But also, Defiler's coming in, and if he can get down some swarm along with these Zergling attacks, then they will be far more devastating. Well, slightly more devastating. Not very devastating at all, actually, because now there's a lot of Zealots on the ground, and Psystorm obviously does the same amount of damage under Swarm as usual. There's a Swarm going down, although, again, not really very effective. 3 observers in the area, but no Scourge to take out those observers, so he's going to stop depending on Scourge to take out observers, it seems, or he may send in some more, obviously. But anytime now moving out here, trying to squeeze his army around the side, forced to engage slightly where there's just a couple lurkers there, and forced to fall back by a lot of Zerglings coming in here. He doesn't have any Psystorm right now to use against these Zerglings. But again, most of these Zealots are going to do just fine against... what? Mostly fine against... wow. Anytime GG's. Okay, that took me completely by surprise. I guess anytime... I mean, he may have... I was going to mention Julyzerg had a 4th base up. He was getting a 5th up. I guess maybe anytime he didn't think he could secure that 3rd base, and maybe that his last chance to break out. He knew that he needed to go and move that army out and take out one of Julyzerg's expansions in order to stay in the game. But I didn't expect him to GG that quickly. So, man, that is... I am so disappointed. Oh man, Air Force going up 2-0 and then managing to lose it in the 8th match. That is really, really disappointing to see, and that's too bad because Ace deserves some satisfaction. Anyway, hope you guys enjoyed that set. Hope you're an STX fan. Thanks for watching.